Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at Tinkerturf, sci-fi terrain from Tinkerhouse Games. This stuff is really nice. I came across it at Adepticon in March, and I bought a set, and then they threw in a free set of Maglev Train and car. These are pretty sweet. I'm going to show you the how they look before the set was opened and punched, and then what they look like after they built it, and give you a good idea of how long it took me to build it and how sturdy they are. So today on page 121, Tinkerturf. Here is the Tinkerturf Industrial Starter set. This set is in the neutral theme. They have a red ruins kind of set and the neutral theme. I decided to go with the neutral just because I wanted to see how it would be. So these sheets are 11.5 inches by 11.5 inches. And there's your thing on the back. Now you go to the website for the directions on how to assemble this beast. So this is going to be a fair amount of work, but I think the payoff will be worth it. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to take a look at each of the cards, and I'm going to show how you pull the cards apart, pull pieces off. So there we go. Don't want to scratch up the surface with my knife. There we go. These are very sturdy. I was really surprised. I've already built a set. I built this set is my learning curve. Maglev rail car and tracks for Ice Station Zeta. This is a frost and snow kind of set. They threw this in for free when I bought this set at Adepticon. So I was pretty excited about it. I've been to their website since then, and they have a lot of other interesting add-ons. The only problem is right now a lot of their stuff is showing as pre-order or out of stock. So I really don't know what the availability is going to be on this. These are pretty popular, though. Any other tertiary websites I've gone to, these aren't there. They're sold out. There are listings for them, but they're sold out. So here we go. Take the little flap off. And here is our first sheet. These pop out. They recommend that you have a hobby knife with you. And that's not bad advice. You're going to want to cut off the little burrs. I don't know how well they're going to show up here, but there are some little burrs there. You're going to want to cut those off, and then when you punch out these pieces as well. But this is some kind of platform piece. These things are very sturdy. I was impressed with how sturdy they were. They had the full thing set up at Adepticon, and I was actually rocking it and seeing how sturdy it would be to play on. And the answer is pretty good. And the scale is nice for 25 or 28 millimeter figures, of which I have both. The other advantage to this set is our group plays not only Traveler, we play the Star Wars game, the D20 game, we play Champions, and we play Gamma World. This set and its frosty neighbor, the Ice Station Zeta Maglev set, are going to play nicely with those. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assemble this guy, and then I'll come back when it's assembled. I'll tell you approximately how long it took me to assemble it, and I'll show you the entire layout that you get from just this one kit, and then I'll show it with the Ice Station Zeta Maglev Train as well. So here we have the Tinkerturf setup. I'm just going to show an overview of it now. This is all that came in the one set. I'm going to show a ground side view of it in just a moment. I was pretty impressed with how many pieces you get. You get the little barricades, you get the hedgehogs, you get the crates, which are right there, the big storage container, and all these walkways. I think the retail on the website was $70. I paid $55 for this set. At Adepticon, they were doing a special. And then they threw in the Ice Station Zeta Maglev Train. I'm going to assemble that, or show you that. And then I'll tell you how long it took me to build both sets together. Okay, here we are now with a Maglev Train. As you can see, they don't exactly match, but honestly, I don't really mind. I think it goes just fine with this. This little train car comes off the track, but actually kind of runs on the track a little bit. And the cargo container fits right in the little recess in the center of the cart. So it's a very well executed set. Great designs. These pieces all fit together very well. It's sort of intuitive. You have to go to their webpage for the instructions, which is nice, except I do have to say, Tinkerturf, one or two of us out here are colorblind, and you have light blue with white writing. I had a heck of a time with that. Also, be aware, some of their instructions are missing part numbers. So you'll just have to kind of compare the part number picture with the part number in front of you to figure out a few parts of this. It wasn't a massive thing, but it was definitely part of it. So this would represent Ice Station Zeta Maglev Train with the car and the basic Tinkerturf set. Tinkerturf is the basic set is in neutral, and the Maglev is in the frost setting. I think they go fine together. I have no problem with this. I will be using this going forward. I like this set a lot. I think what they were shooting for is kind of a Warhammer 40K feel. Maybe take over a little bit for some of the Warhammer stuff. I've shown this to my son, who's an avid Warhammer player, and he's agreed we can absolutely put this on the field in our Warhammer games. Now I'm going to go a little closer for some of the stuff, and then closing thoughts. Okay, this will give me a little bit better look, kind of a figure's eye view of everything out here. You get a lot of track for the set. You get 4 straight pieces, which go about 11 inches each, and then you get one curved piece to curve to about a 45-degree angle. So I'm very favorably impressed by this. I absolutely will be picking up more. They're also advertising on their website some fantasy stuff. I'm interested to see that. Some elf tree dwellings and things like that would be of great interest to me. So all in all, I'm very pleased with it. I waffled about this for quite a while, but I am glad I got it. I'm going to show too how durable. I mean, that's a tall piece and it's shaking only a little bit. That's not bad. I mean, these are nice and sturdy. They're not going to go anywhere on you while you're playing. As any terrain, you have to be a little careful with it, but not real bad. I'm going to grab a couple figures and put them out here for scale as well. Okay, here we go. There's a figure there. That's a Stargrave mini with one of my old Traveler minis right there. Another Traveler mini right there. As you can see, they scale up no problem. That's a Reaper. And then fighting atop the fast-moving Maglev Train, another Traveler figure, and another Stargrave figure. So the scale on these is great. 25, 28 millimeter together. I have no problem with it. I think they look really nice. All in all, I think Tinkerturf has done a really nice job, and I absolutely am looking forward to getting more of their sets. As for build time, on the basic set, the kind of grayish one that I first showed, that was about 8 hours. Now, that was 8 hours of sitting in my chair in front of the TV, taking a break for dinner, that kind of thing. But it was about 8 hours. The Ice Station Zeta set was about 5 hours. Same thing. Not 5, hard-working, straight there, 5-hour labor, but these did take a fair amount of time to assemble. That's okay. If you followed my channel for a while, you know that I also pour and assemble Hearst Arts stuff. So having something to do while I watch TV is fine with me. And these guys fill that hole beautifully. So I do recommend these completely. I think they're beautiful. They're exactly what I was looking for when I went to Adepticon. I can't wait to include these in my Traveler campaign. Incidentally, this setup was for my Traveler campaign, or for my Traveler game, but unfortunately, due to a COVID outbreak at one of the players' work, we ended up canceling, and we're going to just redo it another day. So I'll be setting this up again down the line, and we'll play it another time. So that's all I've got to say for today for page 121 on Tinkerturf. I'll put a link to their website below. I recommend them completely. I think they're an outstanding product. I hope you like seeing them. I hope you might grab a couple for your tabletop. And I'll see you next time on page 121.